Hello everyone, my name is Warren Sabriawang,
My name is Nathan Tirajaya.
My name is Ramos Gurning.
And my name is Raul Smith.
and welcome to our video where we are going to present our recommendations for our MCP1.
So our first recommendation is going to be to improve the employee quality. What do we mean by this? We mean that to solve the sales problems when dealing with customer dissatisfactions, it is essential to implement targeted measures that address employee compensation, working conditions, and also recognition, thereby enhancing service quality and restoring customer trust. So now we're going to talk about the tasks and steps needed to carry out uh, and to improve the employees' quality by doing some measures. Now, what are these measures? We have three main points to focus on, with the first one being financial bonuses. Setting targets and goals with rewards motivates employees to work productively and effectively. Celltel should make percentage bonus based on percentage of the employee's wage tie their performance. By doing this, employees should feel more excited and enlightened to do their work because there are goals to be reached and there are also bonuses to be gained by the end of their year or maybe the end of their career time there. The second one is going to be improving work conditions because psychology plays a big role in determining employees' mindset in doing work. And Celta should invest in high quality lighting to enhance productivity, and they should also implement policies to avoid harassment between workers. Another step is also to add a suggestion box for employees to write in concerns. And this part is mainly talking about how the working conditions and also the working space, such as the environment from the office to the canteen to the whole building, is playing a big role in how the employees do their work. So if they can show up to work happy because they have a good working space and a working environment, they should also do their work more productively and also effectively. And the last part is going to be recognition, because recognition is crucial for cell as recognition can help motivate employees, boost morale, and as well as productivity. Additionally, recognition is important as it encourages brand loyalty, which can help cell keep its best employees.
Moving forward, we're now actually going to be talking about who can actually carry out this task. As for financial bonuses, Celtel's HR and financial departments can help contribute to both of these financial bonuses, as well as in a few cases, maybe even senior management could step in to supervise employees' work and give them the benefits as well. As for working conditions, Celtel's HR team and health departments could both play a significant role in controlling the workspace as well as the employees' well-being. As for recognition, Celtel's direct managers could be the main people responsible for initiating recognition. By acknowledging and achievements and contributions, this can help Celtel's workers work better as well as improve team cohesion. Moving forward, let's actually now talk about when and where these can be applied. As for financial bonuses, bonuses can be given out during Celtel's periods where they are at their peak sales, and employees are reaching their expected targets, showing work dedication, as well as showing exceptional performance in reaching consumers' engagement and satisfaction. As for working conditions, Celtel can improve their workspace by upgrading technology, creating a more comfortable working environment that boosts productivity and employee well-being, as well as they can also implement this mainly where employees work, such as offices, and also areas where they can rest, such as canteens and other leisure areas. Lastly, for recognition, recognition can be publicly acknowledging employees' contributions during internal communications when they show outstanding progress, innovation, and leadership in their roles. This should be done throughout the year regularly.
For this part, we're going to talk about the cost which hotels should be aware of and should be considering of when taking these measures to improve the employees' quality. The first one is going to be bonuses and incentives, which implementing bonus and incentives comes with direct costs such as money, because we need money to give the employees bonus and also the incentive itself. Additionally, managing these programs requires time and resources, increasing administrative costs. There may also be increasing payroll expenses if more employees qualify for bonuses, making it important to balance these costs with the benefits that we actually get from having the bonuses and incentives part. The second part is going to be improving working conditions. By upgrading our working conditions, there's also significant costs such as purchasing new equipment and also improving facilities. There are also ongoing maintenance expenses to keep everything in condition. So there's also going to be more administrative costs. And the worst part is there can also be disruptions to productivity when we have upgrades in the working conditions itself, which could affect the overall business operations. With the last part being recognition, Creating a recognition program requires investment in awards or other forms of acknowledgement for employees. Communicating or promoting the program also involves additional costs. Additionally, focusing on recognition might mean shifting resources away from other areas, but the goal is to boost employee morale and also satisfaction itself. Now, the potential problems we're going to face when we have these three main factors is the first one being increased operational cost. By implementing such bonuses and also improving work conditions can be very expensive. If not budgeted properly, these costs may lead to budget cuts in other areas, which cause ineffective business decisions. The second part is unhealthy competition. Competition is always a good thing to have, but when it gets unhealthy, it can be a toxic environment for other employees and also making internal problems, emphasizing personal achievements rather than teamwork itself. The last one is going to be unequal recognition, because if the recognition and awards do not go in fair and open process, there are employees who believe they are left out or also undervalued. This could turn sour on relationships, lower morale, and even raise levels of turnover if employees believe that there's any level of favoritism, with the worst part is being people dropping out or signing out of the company itself.
Moving on to the second recommendation, which will be held by me and Warren, it will be the improvement of employee and staff training. To properly enhance Celltel's customer relationships, they should be able to provide exceptional customer service, and by doing things like training employees in the field of communications, matched with exceptional professionalism, managers should be able to carefully select and train staff, focusing on those with good communication skills. This is because ultimately customers are the key stakeholders to a certain company, which can greatly impact a company's reputation. The three steps needed to be carried out are selecting candidates, training employees, and customer service. Firstly, on selecting candidates, a manager should be able to tell if a candidate is suitable for any role. They should be able to sort which candidate takes up the role of customer service and which candidate takes up the role of another, depending on their own criteria such as communication skills and communication etiquettes. Up next, managers should or experienced senior employees should be able to train the new employees and show them the background on how to run flawlessly as a customer service representative. Lastly, the employee should be able to execute whatever was taught uh, from the managers or the senior employees back from training. And this is because customers, as mentioned before, they are massive external stakeholders which can both positively or negatively impact the company as a whole. Who will be in charge of carrying out each task? Well, first of all, during the selecting candidates phase, the Celtel's hiring manager should conduct the job interviews with HR's involvement. The hiring manager typically should select candidates for roles, sometimes with the input from senior management or a hiring committee. Up to the next phase, which is training employees. The new employees training should be conducted by the Celtel's direct supervisor or manager with the HR support. As mentioned before, experienced employees or trainers may also assist in training. Lastly, Celtel's customer service should involve none other than the customer service representatives, support staff, and the sales team.
Moving on to the when and where part for these steps. Before starting operations, we believe that it's the best time for Celtel to implement this way of selecting candidates because by implementing this one-on-one job interview with the manager and the potential employees, Celtel could potentially filter and assess whether this potential new employee would have the basic qualifications and skills needed for them to be competent at their job. Next, the training employees would happen after Celtel's managers picked which candidates are selected to join their program. So through this phase, it will be when these selected employees experience training and gain their new knowledge to how they would be able to further progress on with their job. And continuing to the customer service part, after both of this is completed, before they start operating, would be the best time for them to start this customer service division, because from there they will be able to prepare to tackle any customer issues onwards. Next, these are the costs associated with these steps. For the first one, select candidates. What we mean by this cost is we mean that there will be added opportunity cost with selecting candidates. This might include advertising job openings, time spent reviewing these resumes from these employees, and the time spent to conduct these interviews. Yeah, and moving on, training employees would need many materials and would need many mental knowledge and skills for these employees to be trained by seniors. So that could be added to the cost as well. And last but not least, for the customer service, costs such as added salaries or bonuses for the staff incorporated in association with this division would be added as well. And maybe the technologies and softwares used would be included in the cost as well. Last but not least, the potential problems that may come across with these steps is for the selecting candidates. Not 100% of these employees would be fully competent, because as we mentioned, these interviews would assess the basic qualifications and skills needed for these employees. So it might seem like a good thing to do, but it's still not a 100% guarantee. That must be taken into consideration. Next, inconsistent training. And what we mean by this is that with different teachers and different mentors in that sense, will bring forth different teaching methods and maybe knowledge that's been passed down. Although it'll all still be the same thing in essence, but we fear that this might cause some confusion between the new batch of employees. And last but not least, the customer service department is very hands-on and very confrontational as for the employees with the customers. So through this, we might fear that these employees would experience some sort of stress or burnout in their end. So yeah, thank you for listening to our part of the recommendation, and we hope you learned a thing or two. Thank you.
Thank you.